What's up, guys? So Alan Scott, The Green Lantern, comes out on Tuesday, November 28th, and I wanted to tell you guys just a little bit about it because I thought this book was fantastic. Now, you guys know the drill. I'm not going to show you any interiors. I don't want to be the source of any leaks or any spoilers or anything like that. But again, I do want to tell you a little bit about it because I thought this book was really, really good. So this picks up right where the last one left off, takes place in 1941, or at least it starts in 1941, with Alan Scott talking to his friend Derby about the dead body they found on the roof of I think it was a bank. It's somebody that Alan Scott knows. So when telling Derby who that is, the book then flashes back to 1937, and we see, which is about a year after the events of the last issue, and we see that Alan Scott has checked himself into Arkham Asylum to undergo conversion therapy, which sounds awful, but that's the choice that the military gave him because they found out about his relationship with Johnny after the events of the last issue, and they said, you can either go do this or we'll kick you out of the military. So he goes to Arkham Asylum to do that, and the whole thing is sort of narrated as he's writing in his journal, and it's kind of heartbreaking a little bit because even he has convinced himself that his lifestyle is wrong and that he's in the wrong for doing that and that he needs to change, at least in the first part of the book. So it's a little bit hard to read that, but it doesn't last through the whole book. Now we also meet a friend that he makes in Arkham Asylum named Billy, and Billy is there to basically do the same thing, although Billy is there against their will. And Billy undergoes the conversion therapy, and when they come out of it, they definitely aren't the same person. Like, they're almost lobotomized, and it's pretty terrifying. And Alan Scott realizes, hey, this isn't good. This place is not good. I made the wrong choice. I need to get out of here. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything else about the book because things do kind of escalate from there. But what I will say, and probably the thing that I like the best about this book, is that the events that follow lead perfectly into his origin that we saw in All-American Comics number 16 in 1940. Like, they almost butt up right against each other. So when I finished reading this, I actually went and read the first several pages of that issue, and it's perfect. So in this issue, we find out where he got his lantern that he has in the original book. There is another character in the original story that is in this. Just everything about how this blends in with his original origin is done fantastically well, and I was blown away by just how seamlessly these two books go together. So if you like the first issue, you will definitely like this as well. There's not a lot of action. There's not really any action in this, but that's okay because the story that it's telling is very, very good. But we do see at the end that there is something to come because there's this whole mystery, right? You know, Alan Scott has to figure out who is hurting these people from his past, and the last page tells us that we're going to get something very soon. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. So if you read the first issue and liked it, I highly, highly recommend this. If you haven't read it yet, I recommend picking up the first issue and then picking this one up because they were both very, very good, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the series.